Some people are so poor, all they have is money. Great Bob Marley quote. Great, great, great. So this literally was dropped out of the blue on me during a power hour session, and my client was her whole goal of the session: how do I manifest more money? How do I manifest abundance? The biggest question in the manifesting law of attraction community. As a coach that tries to go beyond the norm, I thrive to try to drill it into people's minds. What are you going to do? What are you going to do when you get to that point where you have 7 figures, where you have all the watches, all the cars, all the material things? What are you going to do? Because everything that's inside of you that you've denied conquering and facing, the inner work, the trauma, the outdated beliefs, the outdated programming, that is going to follow you. So this breaks my heart because I see too many people go down this road. They ask me for coaching. Literally, with the $80,000 watch, with the 7-figure business. How do I make more money? How do I get more? How do I get to the next level? You know what? You can see it in their eyes. They are literally dead inside. They're just crushed. And they're just using their ability to manifest, which we all are doing anyway, regardless, all the time. Let's take a side note here. You do not have to learn to manifest. You don't have to try to manifest. You are doing it constantly, all the time, 24/7. If you were not doing this, you simply would not exist. There would be nothing. Now, there's a difference between realizing that and taking the reins and then tricking yourself or allowing other coaches or law of attraction manifesting, talking heads on YouTube to tell you that you need to do this to get these things. You need to do this to truly manifest your life. Look, all of the problems that you're facing in your life, that you've masked with the food, the money you have, what do people buy? Crazy cars, okay? I'm not against any of this stuff. I love this stuff. It's awesome. But it should not be used as a Band-Aid. That's the problem I have. Some people are so poor, all they have is money. It's the greatest Bob Marley quote ever. They get to this point where they have it all. They have the big house. They have anything they want. They can buy whatever they want. Okay? But the things they buy are simply a means to mask doing the inner work, the childhood trauma they went through. Everybody goes through trauma. We all have something that happened to us. Now, there are different degrees of trauma, and a lot of it will follow you, and it kind of helps you in a way to grow and learn. But there are those traumas that what I have found is most people are so afraid to face. They're so damn afraid to face it within themselves. This is where we got to. So let's get back to my client. After I explained to her that what are you going to do? What are you going to do when you make more money? Well, I'm going to buy this. I'm going to get more of that. Maybe I'll move here. Maybe I'll go there. I want to sit on the beach and not have a care in the world and just, work 4 hours a week. And it blows my mind because it's like, look, all of that is awesome. And that's great. I love that stuff too. Guess what? You're not going to be on that beach perfectly calm, truly aligned with inner peace. It's not going to happen. You're going to be bombarded by those things your parents did, by that time in 6th grade where little Timmy pushed you down the stairs. Okay? That time you were embarrassed in front of, say, a crew of people that you were working with. Those are all going to be there, and they're going to keep popping up, and all you're going to do is go get another drink, go get another freaking mojito, okay? And you're going to sit there and drink. Oh, I just want to enjoy this. That's not where we want to be. That is not where we want to be. This is where I differ from so many coaches. Coaches will solely focus on the manifesting goal. Your complete I am, your awareness of I am, is how you manifest your reality. Totally agree. Totally agree. These people can teach you how to manifest more money, how to manifest love. You want that perfect, what is it, the specific person, that special person in your life. You can manifest them. You have to become first. This is true. This is how you take the reins of manifesting. But this is where they don't tell you the pitfalls. Everything you deny, all of those traumas, all of those, oh my God, the collective programming, the churches, the schools, teachers, parents, it's all going to keep there. It's going to keep with you. It's going to stay with you until you have the courage to handle it. The way we handle this is through meditative practices, because it's an internal struggle. It's not external. The external world, we now know this. Modern neuroscience knows this and tells us this. This is fact. Less than 5% of the external world and our 3D body, this body, our five senses, less than 5% is what we are in that realm. The other 95% is our spiritual being within, where our subconscious lies, where our programming lies. You don't have to reprogram to manifest, but you do have to reprogram to enjoy the manifestations in the correct way. Love, peace, fulfillment. Because you'll get there. Any coach can show you how to get there. It's really easy. Manifesting people into your lives, manifesting money, that's easy stuff. That's easy stuff. The hard work is the internal struggle. You have to face yourself. You absolutely have to. This is what I want for you. And here's where we went. This is the road we went to with my client. I told her all this, and she literally dropped that quote on me. She said, that reminds me of a Bob Marley quote. And she said it. And I almost lost it. I was like, that's so freaking brilliant. That is beautiful. That is so beautiful, because that perfectly explains what I've been trying to tell people for years. I couldn't tell you how many emails I get, how many clients I've had, that they just want the material things and they think that is enough. It's not enough. I know you've heard before about millionaires and billionaires who commit, what's the word so YouTube doesn't kill me? Unalive. Why would they do that? They have all the things. They have all the things. Because this was never handled. Now, a key point that modern neuroscience tells us is there are cells inside of our heart that are completely different than that of our brain. What have we been told our whole lives? The brain is the master organ of the body. Absolutely not. We now know it is the heart. That is why when you have a broken heart, you literally have a broken heart. You do. It has nothing to do with the brain. The brain feeds off of what the heart tells it. Meditative practices. This is so freaking key. Listen to me. Meditative practices beyond the relaxation, the stress relief, okay? Letting go, setting intentions. These are excellent meditative practices, but they're the beginning. They're just dipping your toes in the water, okay? When you start to align and you can hold center and you can be in that present moment for a long period of time, you have access to the heart center. This is where real change begins. When you learn to access this center, and honestly, it's really not about learning. It's just about putting in the work, sitting in meditative practices every day until all of those things, those thoughts, and all those things that fly at you when you close your eyes and you really try to do it, for the first time, it all bubbles up and it's right there in your face. And people quit right there. Or they go, okay, forget the thoughts, breathe, calm down. But what they're doing is externally calming themselves down. Now, one of the best techniques to use if you're still in that beginning phase, Andrew Huberman, the double breath technique. Go check it out. Learn about it. It's very simple. I'll show you right now. He says the absolute best way to manage and release stress and calm the body down, whoops, hit the microphone, is to do the double breath method. Big deep breath in, and then that last little bit, that releases stress. I can feel that right now just by doing that. The body relaxes. That is the body. Remember what I said before. 5% is the body and the external world. 5%. The heart center. When we have access to this, we can literally change our lives and other people around us. I know people who are sick. I know people who have, major illnesses. That's what I do. That's what I do. My friends, my family, anybody, and the people around me. I know that if I sit in my living room and I am just beaming with that love, with that healing energy from my heart, it goes very far. We don't know how far. From the books I've read, there will be texts that tell me miles. I'll tell you this though. If you're not a believer in that, if somebody walks in a room, can't you tell their mood? Have you ever seen couples that have been together for 50, 60, 70 years? The husband might be sitting there watching TV or reading the paper. Wife walks through the room. He doesn't even look at her, but he knows something's wrong, something's up. He's feeling their energy. All of us have that ability. Don't allow these, how do I explain them in the best way possible? I am a firm believer that every single person in this world is an empath. Unless you have some sort of, hardwiring that's a little off, psychopathy, narcissism, Machiavellianism, stuff like that, you're a little off. And you just can't. You just refuse to. But everybody can feel that energy. That is our gift as human beings. When we connect with the heart center, when we truly connect with the heart center, Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about this all the time. This is literally the basis of his teaching. You can change your life. You can change your physiology. You can change and morph the hormones in your body. You can heal yourself. And it's so well known now. When I first started talking about this stuff, it was kind of a little bit, people weren't jiving with it. They weren't really with it. But you can change your surroundings. Look at the double slit experiment. That shows us. Now, if you go look that up on Google or YouTube, it'll say theory. That is not a theory. That is fact. That is a scientific experiment. And it shows you right there. It shows you right there. Our world is nothing. It's literally meaningless until we place our awareness on it and collapse it into what we believe, what we make it through our beliefs, because our belief systems create the reality around us. This microphone, the camera, this sweater, they're literally not real. It's not real. So let's get back to the story at hand. This is kind of like the aha moment I want you to have. There's no point in learning or trying to manifest. You do it all the time. You can take a hold of the reins and get what you want. But when you get there, will you truly be able to enjoy? I I 100% know that you will not. Every single struggle, every single thing that is internal that you have not had the courage to face will still be there. And you will, it'll beckon you to put awareness on it. And you can't do it. You cannot do it in the 3D world. In this physical world, you cannot. You have to go inside. You have to learn meditation. Meditation's hands down, it changed my freaking life. Changed my freaking life. I was worse than so many people with my emotions, with the negative thoughts, with the empathic abilities that I thought I had. But when you really start digging into this stuff and learning, the only way through is in. You have to go in. When you finally find the riches within, you understand that you wouldn't trade it for the world. Like, I have material possessions that I love. Like, I have, guitars, jewelry, fragrances, all kinds of cool stuff. But I would trade all of it. If one day somebody came to me and said, give me all this material stuff, but you can still keep your soul, I would absolutely, without a doubt, without hesitation, say absolutely yes, take it. It's yours. Because this is what matters. If you harness the power within, your whole life will flip upside down in the most glorious way possible. My friend, listen to me. This is the path to who you truly want to be. You have to go inside and face the struggle. You have to. Now, if I'm not speaking to you, if you don't think you have any internal struggle, if you think you're well off, if you think that you're just hunky-dory, awesome. Awesome. Manifest what you want. Live the life you want. But ask yourself this. Have I ever tried to even see if there's anything in there? Because I guarantee you, maybe not in this life, maybe not in a past life, maybe not in your ancestors' past life. Maybe you're clear, but I guarantee you there's something. There's something. One of the big ones for me was, for some reason, I was terrified of water, of ocean. Like, even, I remember being at like the public swimming pool when I was younger and looking at the people diving into the diving pool. The diving pool was like freaking 12, 15 feet deep, and I was like terrified. You couldn't see the bottom. Oh my God. It terrified me. I had never been in the ocean. I had never been around big fish. I never went snorkeling. Why do I have this fear? Why do I have this freaking fear? I never knew. And throughout life, I ended up facing that fear, but not internally. I only faced it externally. And no matter how many times I faced it, one of the biggest times was an old friend of mine that I used to know. I went to visit him in Miami, and we went snorkeling. First time I ever gone snorkeling. First time I ever even really dipped my toes in the ocean in deep water. We're talking deep, deep water, okay? I think we were like 3 miles off the coast of Key Biscayne in outside of Miami. And I mean, I was swimming there was barracuda. We saw a nurse shark. There were humongous fish. I faced my fear. I thought I did it. I freaking did it. I'm over it. I absolutely faced my fear, and I was proud of myself. And if you did something like that, you should damn well be proud of yourself. But remember, it doesn't go away. And it didn't go away for me because it was an internal struggle. I didn't actually truly face it until years and years later during meditation when I was doing the freaking work. You have to do the work. And here's another thing that I never knew, that I had to pay for courses to understand what the hell is the work. What's the work? The work is forcing yourself every damn day to meditate. Every day. Not just to set intentions for the day, not just to have a clear mind for the day, not just to have centered emotions for the day. That is awesome, and that will get your foot in the door. But I'm talking the work. You find that centered space, and that's not the end of it. That's the beginning of it. The beginning of the process is when you find that centered space. When you get to that point, I thought my camera turned off. When you get to that point, that is where you truly can pick and choose your struggles. You have absolute clarity within. There aren't things bombarding you that you're trying to center and stay away from and let it be there, let it be there, don't let it affect you. It's not like that. You know they can affect you. You pick it out and you can literally hold it and look at it and create a different scenario, a different belief, create new ideology, new neural pathways right there in the moment. That's why a lot of coaches will tell you, you can identity shift instantly. Shift your identity instantly. You can. We are literally shifting identities billions of times per second. We are waves of light. We are shifting literally thousands, billions and billions of times per second. We can't perceive it because the 3D reality, this physical body, is so limited. It's so limited. When you go inside, it's freaking infinite. It's infinite. It is gorgeous and beautiful. You can handle these things, but you have to do the work. The work is doing the work. That was the thing that no one told me. I'm like, what's the work? The work is the work. It's not just, oh, I did my 20 minutes meditation, guess I'm done. No, you're still connected to the physical realm. There is no time. Time is an illusion. When you go in, I'll give you an example. Sometimes I go in and I just sit there and meditate. There could be a purpose to this meditation. There could not be a purpose. Lately, I've been really trying to focus on my throat chakra because I'm making videos. I want my throat chakra. I want to focus and find if there's blocks, if there's things happening there that are keeping me from being my full potential on camera, in my emails, with my clients. I want to know. So that would be a purpose of my meditation. Now, when you find that bracket of where you need to do the work, you just simply do the work. That's where it begins. Get to the point where you're good at meditation. Riding a bike. You learn it takes a while to learn to ride the bike. Work the pedals, work the brakes, work the handlebars. But you don't start popping wheelies, going off jumps right at the beginning, do you? No. You have to learn the basics first and get to the point of balance, of absolute balance and control over your equilibrium. Once you get there, sky's the limit. You can do crazy stuff. Look at those pro BMXers that just are freaking incredible. The tricks and stunts they do, man. It's like, that's where you have to get to in meditation. When you get past all the muck in the beginning, your ego will try to tell you, it's smoke and mirrors. Bashar says it the best. It's smoke and mirrors. In the beginning, your ego, your negative beliefs, the thoughts, all the programming is just thrown in your face. And it's difficult. It's difficult because you're just like, oh. But the trick is to surrender to the moment, allow them to be, and just stick it out there in the middle. And just stay there. And little by little, you get good at to where there's nothing in your way from closing your eyes to opening your eyes. When I meditate, I do breath work now. Then I do a lot of advanced stuff, a lot of breath work, a lot of raising prana. I'll do another video on that. I'm planning on doing a video on prana and raising prana through the chakras. Sending fluid up the spine to the brain and opening up the crown chakra. Okay, I will be making videos on that. I've had that requested. I think that's very important to make. But once you get through the muck, oh my God, sky's the limit. That's what you need to do to get to that place of peace and love where, in the future, when you actually do manifest these things, which you will, it's not hard. If you are stuck in a place that feels like there's no return, that is why you're stuck in the place, because you feel like there's no return. Just stop it. That was the biggest epiphany I had was, oh my God, I'm just doing this to myself. All this shit my whole life, I've done it to myself. No one can ever make you feel anything. All of the emotions that we feel, we create. Through those emotions, we create our reality, through thoughts and beliefs, our belief systems. That's how our reality is created. Get to the point of true freaking peace and bliss and love inside, internally. This is what I want for you. Because in the future, when you finally become that badass, you're going to wish you would have, because you'll be able to enjoy it more. So there you go. That's my rant for the day. I hope you liked the video. If you would like to sign up for a power hour, grab in the description. Like the video if you dig it, share it. Thank you for watching, my friend.